Hello there guys, it's Joey. So I just wanted to do a quick video today for a Gothic art shout out to a artist and store whom I adore. Before we get onto that, there's just 5 minutes of me nattering nonsense at you, sorry. There haven't been many videos this week. It's been kind of a crazy week in terms of it's been super busy, and then when it hasn't been super busy there's been loads of noise and drilling and storms and crazy weather, and the crazy weather has left me feeling a bit under the weather. So yeah, there is however 2 posts already about the first Shadow Ogham on the Starry Eyed blog if you are interested, and you can go check those out. They're up, available right now, as well as some more pagan poetry via the blog. So the blog is where it's all happening this week. I'm trying to find a balance between videos and blog and trying to disseminate information evenly between the two, and it's finding its footing at the minute, trying to figure that out. So the reason for me wanting to make this video for this shout out for Darktown Sally, whom I adore. I adore her artwork, like, oh. For a number of reasons. One, I adore it, so if you adore it you should shout it and scream it and top of your lungs, go buy some art. It's important to have art in your life. I don't know. Crazy. It's important to have crazy in your life. You're welcome. I have served you some crazy for your daily. I don't know what this is. It's like a mantra of crazy. Right, stop. Okay. Before we completely lose track of the video completely. So I actually missed the YouTube Pagan Challenge last year when we talked about art. I've completely and utterly been missing it completely this year because I haven't had 5 minutes to sit and sort of decide which parts I want to talk about. And grimoires is difficult for me. I already have a video on grimoires, and I've kind of already done it, so it's kind of like rehashing what I've already said. But regardless, I did miss the talk about some artwork. Now she sent me some more artwork. I have a collection on my knee of, right, what's the new, that's the new bits. Those are the slightly older bits. It's all beautiful, and that's that bit, right. So if you didn't know, I had some artwork done for the store. This is in its little protective sleeve, so it's safe forever. And Darktown Sally did a commission for me for the store, for Starry Eyed Supplies, for some artwork, and this is the original. This is my Starry Eyed Witch that she did for me, and as you can see, starry eyed, like Starry Eyed Supplies. So this is tailor-made artwork for me, for the store. It goes on all of the business cards and is on, it should be at the beginning of this video and every video, and it's on the header for the store and the blog and everywhere because I adore it. So I asked her to go ahead and create it, and she showed me a couple of designs, and this is the one that I really loved. And it's kind of like she has the cosmos in her eyes, and it's a little bit dark, a little bit gothic, but it's still really beautiful, with the trees in the background and everything, and it's kind of got this amazing light behind the witch, so the witch is very much illuminated. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. She did a fantastic job for me, and it's always good when you're in a heart-centered business, I think, to have your own artwork defining you or your store eventually, for a number of reasons. One, when it's done for you, it's just yours. It's not like a stock image or anything like that. It's something which represents your heart and soul. And if you can't paint, I can't paint, and you need to find somebody who is vibing with you. You gel with them. You kind of you feel what they're giving, you know, and it kind of makes you excited to see what they are doing. And I already owned pieces of Darktown Sally's work. There is some in the other room, all along all along my bookshelves, like they're like stacked up. So I'm going to show you the new stuff first, and then show you some of the older stuff. So firstly, I got a little thank you witch. This little Oh, she's so cute. I keep everything like this because I love them. I love those little things. I quite often use Darktown Sally's artwork to, like, if I'm doing an oracle card for the week, which is sporadic at best, but to show the tones of things, and like even the little blue thank yous and the little, you know, they can become part of the picture overall. So this is the one that I asked for. This was completely out of stock, and I was like, I need one. Can I get one? Can I buy one? Can I please? So these are all gone now, I think, unless you get some more in. And it's this Gothic moon. A lot of, and of course, like the dark forest going on down here. So Darktown Sally has a store envy and a Facebook page where you can find her most easily. I tend to link her stuff on the Starry Eyed Facebook page as well. And so you can always go, Joey, where, please? I've looked and I can't find it, but it's Darktown Sally Gothic art, and you can find it pretty easily through Google. So her style is, I want to say, some of the pieces have a Victoriana Gothic feel to them, especially when there are individuals present rather than just like the moons and things. You'll see it a little bit more in some of the other artwork. It's dark, it's creepy, it's macabre, it's a little bit Tim Burton-esque maybe, that kind of feel. It speaks to me on so many levels. And the thing about it is I think it is kind of dark and macabre, but it kind of has that cute creepy that I love. Like, I'm a real fan of creepy cute and creepy. And that can descend into pastel goth and things, and I do enjoy goth with colour. I think some of the most amazing goth artworks are when there's sudden splashes of colour brought in, and it's kind of like, wow. And she does this too, Darktown Sally does this too. I hope you can see it. I've left them, the new ones, in their plastic packaging so far. But can you see how the blush on the creepy moon is like, and then of course the interplay of shadow and light. Her interplay of shadow and light is perfection as far as I'm concerned. I adore how she uses shadow and light, but I love the little blush, and that's creepy cute as far as I'm concerned, because something blushing is cutesy, but it's on a completely gothic card. So I love her moons. I've got quite a few of the moons in this selection. So she then sent me a couple of little freebies. Actually, the tape's still on this one. Hang on. Oh, it can easily come out of its little sleeve. That'll make things easier. Okay, so this is another moon, and this is a lot more colourful. Some of hers are really colourful on occasion, and the colourful ones kind of throw you because you're used to the more the gothic colours with perhaps a splash of colour. But when she does things like this, you're like, wow. And it's kind of like a twilight colours. Oh, those books ruined it for me. But like dusk is my favourite time, and then kind of like the moon face, and the moon is full on creepy face in this one. It's not a cutesy face here, it's more creepy, which kind of offsets all the colour, and I kind of love it. And I just adore her artwork. Hang on, there we go. Go back in your sleeve. I'm very, very, very careful with her artwork, can you tell? Right. And then the last freebie that she sent me is this one, which is full on creepy faces in the background with a very, very scary witch. And then we have some of her older bits and pieces. These are all varying size. So I'll start with the slightly smaller ones, and you'll see what I mean about the sort of Victoriana feel to the figurines. So there is, of course, a Halloween feel to a lot of these, which of course I'm a Halloween freak. I am obsessed with everything and anything Halloween. So in this one particularly, it's very much like a sort of Wednesday Addams style Gothic Victoriana girl going trick-or-treating. And then all the colour in the background is the trees in this one. There is a fair amount. And the pumpkin, I don't know if you're going to be able to see because the camera keeps like not. The pumpkin is blushing in this one. So her use of little blushes is amazing. And then we have another sort of very Halloween-y themed little figure. The interplay of colour is so fantastic because the orange is so bright, but you actually get drawn into the card with this vortex almost, this portal into the forest going on, and then there's like splashes of colour with the flowers that are present. It's just, oh, I just love her artwork. It's so good. It's so good. And then we have 3 moons of different descriptions. Now, I'm a huge moon art fan. Like, if there are eclipse, that was interesting. Is that a message from the universe? If there is eclipse artwork, if there is full moon artwork, if there is the lunar phases in anything, I love seeing the lunar phases. If it's done well, I think, unfortunately, the lunar phases gets portrayed a little bit cheaply in some places. Like some of the jewellery is not so good. Some of it, stellar. Some of it, not so much. One might say, interstellar. Right, anyway, cheap puns aside. So I have the first one. The first one is the crescent moon. Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't this gorgeous? Again, you have this incredible light going on because this is all like a cosmic ballet going on behind here with these shots of pink and hues of sort of sunlight golds and yellows, and then of course the moon, and then the darkness, and then it's in a very much of a portrait style, so it's like you're looking at a portrait within a painting. So it's kind of, I can't really fully express how much I love all her work. Every time I see something new, I'm like, oh. And I was kind of sad around Halloween. She did these stacked pumpkins and I couldn't afford anything around Halloween because Halloween, and I spent my money for Halloween. Like, I save up usually, well, always. I save up all year for Halloween, and I'd spent all my Halloween money, and then there were these stacked pumpkin art pieces and I was like, no, I missed them. And you could tell it bothers me when I missed Darktown Sally art because that was October and we're now in the end of February and I still remember. So there you go. And then we have, this is actually quite eclipsy. This is another moon. Her name is Nisa, the artist name. So Naisa, Nisa. I can't pronounce things for toffee apparently, so my apologies, but I did kind of want to mention her name because, I mean, this is full on creepy. The more I look at this, I'm like, wow, this is, and they have my lips. That's frightening. The full moon does too, and I'll explain it. It's probably easier on the full moon. So the full moon is, she's one of my favourites. So you see how her lips. It's kind of pouty weirdness. That's what my lips kind of do. Like, you can't see very well because I've got nothing on them at the minute, but they kind of go. Anyway, random fact. Again with the blush is gorgeous. The interplay of blue here and light, and oh, she's my favourite. And yet she's still very creepy with the sort of absence of eyes. So. Yes, so that's all of them. So I just wanted to make this quick video, just this huge shout out video, just showing a little bit of Gothic art, just promoting somebody whom I really adore. I don't think we see enough of it, to be honest, like celebrating other artists and things that we truly adore. And I really wanted to do it. I wanted to make this video and just say, you know, how much I love her artwork and such. Show you guys a few pieces of Gothic art, share a little crazy from my inner workings. So I've touched base with everybody. You know, I'm still crazy, and just say hello to everybody. So hopefully we'll get a few more videos out next week. Hopefully we'll find some minutes between drilling. Like now we've had a whole hour of peace. It's like unbelievable. I don't know what to do with myself. So that's it for this video. We'll stop before I sing at you anymore. It's quite enough for one day.